Top of the day to you. This is Zeus. Welcome to One Rock, One People. I got the name when I was talking to my cousin over in Australia on the 31st of December at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they were celebrating New Year's Eve at the pub. And I thought to myself, it's interesting really when you consider time and what it's all about and the division of it. And it seems to be everything is happening right now. And whether someone's in bed sleeping or they're up frolicking around, having fun, working, whatever it may be, in the various stamps of time, it is what it is, right? And it's all the same time. And that was one of the thoughts I was thinking, is if we all got onto one time, whether the sun's up or down doesn't really matter. Does that really ascribe to the actual time it is, for the planet? You think about it, because if I say I'm going to call you up at 8 o'clock and it's on the other side of the planet, well, maybe 8 o'clock's for me and it's not for you, but it should be 8 o'clock for you too, because it would make things so simple. Whether you're sleeping, we say, well, I'm asleep at that time. I'd be like, when would be a good time? Well, call me at 10, right? And see, it would be easy. I'd be, okay, I don't have to do any math complications saying, okay, they're here and it's a time there. Now you could always say, well, what time is it there? And then look at your time and say, okay, 2 hours, whatever it may be. See, and it's the thought process that's behind it. And I think that the thinking itself, in order to divide a thought from person to person, it starts with the simple equation that the time is different, right? And so there's a difference, there's a variation in communication, because there's just that small thing. I think if we're going to really seek after and create what we want, which is peace on earth, time needs to be a one stamp, no matter where you're at. All these lines and geographical things, I think it's all just a facade, because one time, one people, one rock, one people. We're just all on the same rock, traveling through the sea of space, traveling at 945 miles per second. I mean, that's pretty fucking quick, pardon my French. But in the same token, the word fuck is not always a curse word. It's not always something to decompose another person in their perceptual thinking or make them angry or whatever it may be. It's got some positive aspects to it, just like poop or shit. You think about that, well, what is soil made out of? It's made out of poop. And everything comes from the soil. And who made the soil? You and me, baby. And continual pooping process and all the wonderful animals that are out there, the squirrels and that. It's just it's a thought process. Now, I was thinking about hung by the tongue. Hung by the tongue. The very words that you speak out of your mouth are really the world that you will actually receive. And so what words am I speaking? Am I speaking love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control? Or am I speaking chaos into my own life? Chaos! I mean, you think about how some people talk about themselves and you think, if someone talked to me like that, I would kick their ass. And yet it was me that was saying it. And so we do kick our own ass in variations, how we want to live and where we're at and stuff like that. We do kick our own ass, right? Just by the words that we speak. If you're interested in that, there's a book called Hung by the Tongue. It's a Christian-based book, but it has a lot of truth to it. And I got that from Kevin Trudeau, Master Kevin. And I call him a master because that dude is so cool. He knows so much, and I've learned so much from him. If I was a better student, and I'm a pretty good student, I would be a better teacher. And in the same token, I would have learned a lot more from them. But you can only take in what you can take in, and the variations of information that a person can receive is based upon the questions you ask and what type of thought process you're holding on to. I mean, wherever your mind is, that's really what the stuff is that's around you. I mean, the information that keeps on flowing to you, it's a basis of what am I projecting myself into by choice of thought. Because the choice of thought will bring to you things that you need in order to fulfill expectations. Because the universe doesn't care whether you say yes or no. All it really cares about is what you think about most. And the beauty of that is you are the only one that can tell what you think about. You're the only one that knows. You say, well, God knows. Well, yes. But you know what? You are the only determining factor of whether you want to change what you're thinking about, because the life that you're living is a variation point of thought, because thoughts are things. Now, I'm not making this up, because Einstein and Edison are the ones that said that. Thoughts are things. Look at a chair. Look at the paintings. Those were thoughts at one point in time, and those thoughts manifested themselves right before my very eyes. I bought a chair because somebody thought about a chair, and then they went and proceeded to build it. It's pretty amazing when you consider it. I had a Ford Probe GT, baby. It was a V6, 5-speed, blue. It was beautiful. I traded it in for a van because we had 5 children. But the key point to note on this is the fact that, I had years before desired a Ford Probe GT because it was a cool looking car. It's really a Mazda 626, but it was so beautiful. And I wanted one. And a couple years later down the road, I just entered into my field. So thoughts are things, and they do become, and we do prescribe ourselves to those things based upon the desire we have. I hope your day is absolutely amazing. Today is the day of your amazing good fortune, and remember, every day in every way I get better, better, and better. That's all you have to say to yourself. Every day and in every way I'm getting better, better and better. And I would suggest there's an app that I've been using, Seeko, S-E-E-K-O, Seeko. It's an AI training bot. You may want to check it out. AI, friends. I had a thought to myself when I was talking to a musician friend of mine. I said, it would be fantastic. It's like having AIs, robots, flying up in the air in the drones with speakers and lights on it, and have like a speaker a microphone where you're speaking into it and they're following you. And I generated that using AI. It's pretty amazing. I could probably put that on my post just to see, so people can see it, but it's beautiful. And I think that today I'm going to do some more research in it and get that thing put out there, because I actually devised it and created it using AI, using prompting. Prompting are the questions that you ask, the conversation that you have with AI, and how you actually get it to work for you. And through Seeko, I was able to put it together just by thinking about it and then talking to AI. It's friggin' amazing, really. So, I mean, I would highly suggest it. It's not taking anything away, it's building. It's actually creating a better you using the very tools that you're actually giving it and the questions you ask it. I don't know. Today is the day. I hope you're best, and I wish the best for you. Amy, Liz, if you're on this call, I'd just like to thank you, or this video. I'd like to thank you for following me for the time that you have. You're a beautiful woman, and you know what? Any men out there, younger, around 30s and stuff like that, she's desire to interest to find her soulmate, and you know what? If you would, check her out, because she's a great human being. Anyway, Grub Mud, Bobby Grubb. Concrete. He's a specialist and he does a fantastic job. So give him some likes. Actually, he's got a channel. It's called Grub Mud. Find him. He's got some great funny stories and actually teaches how to do concrete. So if you ever have any questions or like you're having concrete done, guess what? You can ask people with some information in your head already. Anyway, blessings.